My beloved child, today's message is meant to open that new page of your life that you have only been able to touch through prayer, but never truly read. And if you are hearing this message on December 29th, do not call it a coincidence, because I do not work through coincidence. I work through intention. And when I call one of my servants in this way, it means the atmosphere of their home is about to change. It means new seeds of destiny have already been planted in the soil of their circumstances. You may not fully understand it yet, but your case has already been registered in my court. And when a servant endures silently, practices patience without complaint, places hope not in people but in me alone, I do not overlook them, I draw them closer to me. At the exact moment your heart broke for the last time and you called out to me, I sent 30 angels to your home to watch over you and guard your life. They are protecting your sleep. They are not counting your breaths. They are recording the value of your patience. You are not as alone as you think. The calm that sometimes settles into the silence of your room, that is the sign of their presence. And listen, my child, I do not speak to you in raised voices. I do not teach through fear. I speak the way a father speaks to his exhausted child, sitting him close and saying, "You've carried enough. I will take it from here." You carried honesty in your relationships, truth in your work, and even in pain you did not take what wasn't yours. So now, the decision is mine, and my decisions are never late, only perfectly timed. I know you felt your prayers vanished into the air. I know you felt your efforts had no witness. But in my court, every tear is accounted for, every shattered dream has a file. And today I have come to assure you that what was taken from you will return, only in a form so beautiful that you will say, if it had come earlier, it wouldn't have been this perfect. I was preparing you piece by piece, your heart, your thinking, your soul, because I do not give blessings without preparation. And what is coming will not only meet your needs, it will also carry responsibility. That is why the movement you feel in your home, the sudden strength rising inside you, the fear quietly shrinking without explanation, none of this is imagination. It is the shadow of my decision. I do not fight your enemies. I elevate you so high that enmity becomes irrelevant. I remove you from places where your worth was not recognized and lead you to doors where your arrival was already written. Just remember this, my child. Do not measure what is coming through doubt or fear. Fear exists where faith does not, and where I stand with you, fear has no place. Hold your head high, keep your intention clean, and leave the rest to me. I did not choose you to display you to others, but to teach you that when a servant leans fully on Allah, the entire universe bends in their favor. My beloved child, now place your heart before me, without decoration, without hiding, like a tired child resting their head in their father's lap. I know how much fear has accumulated inside you, how many worries sit on your chest like stones every day. I know the fear of poverty that makes you look weak in the mirror each morning, the sting of failure that convinced you nothing would ever work out for you, and the laughter of people that sounds like a joke on the outside but turns to poison inside. I see all of it, and today I have come to take it from you, like a father gently taking a broken toy from his child's hands and saying, "You don't need to hold this anymore. I'll get you a new one." Listen, my child, your fears are not proof that you are weak. They are proof that you fought alone for too long, and someone who fights for a long time is not sinful for feeling tired. But now, you no longer need permission to collapse, because I am with you, And when I am with you, the direction of circumstances changes. You thought your life was trapped in a dark tunnel with no light ahead. The truth is, you are standing at the final turn, where the light suddenly becomes bright. I know you stayed awake at night, calculating not the money left in your pocket, but the courage you had lost. I saw the moment you told yourself you couldn't take it anymore, yet still woke up the next day and faced the world. That is not ordinary strength. That is the patience that brought me here to speak to you. Poverty is not your identity. It is only a phase. And phases always change when a servant refuses to give up. Failure is not your verdict. It was a lesson meant to bring you to where you stand today. And the laughter of people is not your mirror. It is the sound of their own emptiness. The doors you knocked on that never opened were also my mercy. If they had opened, you would have stopped there. And I was not building you to stop. I was building you to move forward. Now hand me all the clutter of your mind, the fear that steals your sleep, the anxiety that drains your life, the shame that forces your head down. Give it all to me. Because what I take never returns as a burden. I transform it into a blessing. From today on, when your heart feels anxious, do not ask, what will happen now? Simply say, Allah will take care of it. This is not weakness, it is the greatest strength. Because the one who says this knows they are not alone. They know someone is creating paths on their behalf. You will begin to feel the weight lifting, your thoughts clearing, and a strange calm settling into your heart. Not because every problem ended overnight, but because you stopped carrying them alone. Slowly, everything will return to its rightful place. The honor that was taken from you, the peace you forgot, and the provision you thought was reserved only for others. Remember, my child, I write my most beautiful stories with those who were once broken. And the hardest chapter of your story is coming to an end. So if your heart felt heavy today, let it become light. If your eyes were wet, fill them with faith. And if life has exhausted you, rest now. Because everything will be okay, truly okay. This is not your imagination. It is my promise. And I am not among those who forget after making promises. And now, my child, as you remain still with this truth settling into your spirit, let me walk a little further with you, because what I am doing in your life is not loud, not rushed, and not forced. It is steady, deliberate, and rooted in love. And that is why it feels different from everything you have known before. You are beginning to notice that your reactions are changing. The things which once triggered panic now only cause pause. That situations which once drained you now simply pass through you. And this is not because life suddenly became easy, but because you are no longer facing it alone. There is a quiet confidence growing inside you, not the kind that needs to announce itself, but the kind that allows you to breathe deeply even when answers are not yet visible. And I want you to understand this clearly. I am not just fixing circumstances around you. I am rebuilding the foundation within you, so that when blessings arrive, they do not overwhelm you, and when challenges appear, they do not break you. You may still have moments where doubt tries to return, where old fears knock softly at the door of your thoughts. But you will notice they no longer stay long, because something stronger now lives inside you. Trust, not blind optimism, but earned trust, forged through endurance, refined through disappointment, and sealed through patience. You are stepping into a season where you will no longer need to explain yourself to those who never tried to understand you, where silence will protect you more than arguments ever did, and where peace will become your first response instead of defense. I know there were times you questioned your worth, wondering why you always seemed to give more than you received, why your sincerity was met with indifference, and why your effort felt invisible. But I want you to know that nothing genuine is ever wasted in my presence, and no sincere intention disappears without consequence. The delays you endured were not denials. They were alignment, positioning you exactly where you needed to be, so that when doors opened, you would be ready to walk through them without shrinking, without apologizing, and without fear. From this point forward, you will notice that clarity begins to replace confusion, that your decisions feel lighter because they are no longer driven by desperation, and that even when you do not have the full picture, you will trust the direction because you recognize the voice guiding you. I am teaching you to move without anxiety, to wait without frustration, and to receive without guilt. Because the blessings ahead are not compensation for suffering, they are continuation of growth. You are not being rewarded for pain, you are being entrusted because you remained sincere when no one was watching, because you chose integrity over shortcuts, and because you stayed soft in a world that tried to harden you. There will come moments soon when you look back and realize that what once felt like loss was actually release. What once felt like rejection was protection. And what once felt like emptiness was space being created for something greater, something more aligned, something that fits who you have become. You will begin to see yourself differently, not through the eyes of those who doubted you, but through the understanding of who you are becoming. And that shift alone will change the way the world responds to you. Remember this: